Hello everybody, and welcome back to Analog Vernacular. Today we're going to be playing some more Expedition 33. I did a little bit off screen. So what I've done is I have gone through and I have made sure that I maxed out all of my Pictos. In other words, every single Picto should be available as Illumina now. All of the ones that I have currently. So that's what I've done. It means that what I have equipped right now is not optimal. I'm going to have to re-optimize that. Based on what stats we need. For instance, Lune is at 182 defense. That is not going to cut it, so we're going to have to give her some defense items and whatnot, but we're going to have to rebuild, in other words. So that's one thing that I've done. Another thing that I did is I was going to do a bit of grinding off screen, and so I did a run through Renoir's drafts, and I did that run through and basically only got one level. So I decided that wasn't going to cut it. That wasn't going to help me get to level 99. And the reason why I want to get to level 99 is because we are actually very close to achieving all of the achievements. And so I definitely want to do that. One of those achievements is to reach level 99. So I'm going to want my characters at 99. It'll also help me with the super bosses. So I think that's what we're going to do. So let me just explain everything that we need to do. First off, there's only a few achievements left that we need to get. So I'm going to go through those right now. Right now we need one called A Peculiar Encounter, Defeat the Mime in Lumiere. That one we're going to have to do on a new playthrough. So that is one of, I think it's the only one that's technically missable, but since it's right at the beginning of the game, it's easy for us to start a new game and just get that one very, very easily. I don't know how I missed that mime. I felt like I explored pretty well, but clearly I missed a mime in Lumiere during the prologue, and it is in the prologue that you have to do it. I checked to see if you could go to this version of Lumiere that's kind of like endgame Lumiere, and that one will not have the mime. So we do need to start a new playthrough to get that one. That's the only one that we won't be able to get in this playthrough and that we missed. We need to get one called Synergy. With Mael, we need to use Per Se on a marked enemy while in Virtuose Stance. This one we just missed because we didn't use Per Se for very long as a skill. And so that one will be fairly easy for us to get. Another one is to beat Clea. We need to reach the top of the Endless Tower, which we're close to. We need to beat Simon, and then we need to reach level 99. And then the only other one besides that is find all of the journals. And I'm pretty sure that our last journal is the one that's right by Simon. So I'm assuming that once we get Simon's journal, we'll probably have them all. If there's any other ones that are like the hidden ones, I'm going to have to look those ones up. And then the only thing that was on my list that didn't count as a achievement was actually beating Golgra. That wasn't an achievement, so that one will remain on my list as well as one other thing that I want to do before we finish this game. So today what we're going to be doing is kind of just trying to find a great way to level to 99. I looked it up, and you know, people were suggesting a couple different things. They were suggesting, you know, just go to the drafts and go through the enemies, and that's what I tried first. And that one looked like it was going to take a long time. I did see that somebody else mentioned that in the drafts, if you fight the merchant there, he can give you Luminas every time you beat him. But not only that, but he also gives you a huge amount of experience. Now, what I don't know is if that experience is shared when it's a solo fight like that. I don't know if there's that kind of like backline experience that gets shared, but what we can do is we can set up somebody like Mael, one of our heaviest hitters, Mael or CL, as a solo fighter and maybe get through that fight fairly quickly. So I think that's what we're going to be spending a lot of today doing, is probably just finding a single superpowered build to beat that merchant with, and seeing if we can just get ourselves to a higher level. And maybe if we do have to switch to other characters, if it still is the most efficient way, then, you know, it's still the most efficient way to level up. And that's what we'll try and do. So basically today is just going to be about us finding the most efficient way for us to level up. Yeah? Yeah. You can see that I've got just a bunch of random outfits. I've got Verso bald right now. I don't want to hear anybody talking shit on bald because I'm going bald. And yeah, I won't hear it. How dare you? But yeah, so I was just putting on different outfits and stuff as I was kind of running around. I did this on my Steam Deck, by the way. It doesn't run super well on the Steam Deck, but it does run. You can get it running at about, you know, in fights it can go down to like 25 unless you really, really drop down the scaling factor, but I had it on performance with XESS scaling on my Steam Deck, running at the native 800p, and was getting it to run 30 FPS solidly in the overworld and running around the map, and then in fights it would kind of like run around like 26 to 30. I've heard that there are some mods that can make the game run a little bit smoother, and that also helps with the Steam Deck version. So it's quite possible that I might play New Game Plus on my Steam Deck, just on my own. We'll see. We'll see. All right, I've got my beer, and we are ready to go. Okay, so first things first, let's try and get people set up again for what they need. So most everybody needs to get some pictos to sort of get their health and defense back up, so. Okay, so roulette with critical rate on you could be pretty good. It does give you some defense, so now your defense is quite a bit higher. We do need some stuff for health as well. Honestly, I think that one, second chance, we're going to put on you. Okay, so let's make sure second chance is on you. Play again on breaking a target. That gives speed. Now, who is suffering from really, really low speed? I mean, we're all in the thousands, so that's good. Maybe you could benefit from some speed. So maybe I'll give you quick break. Oh my gosh, I hate how when you scroll over to this, it just kind of like puts you... I don't know, there's something about the way that this menu works that needs to be cleaned up. I think they'll get it there eventually, but... Alright, and then you need something that will shore up your health big time. Okay, every AP gain is increased by 1. Who does that need to go? Huge health bonus. Huge health bonus. Is there anybody who's really, really suffering on health right now? I guess it kind of is you at the moment. Oh my gosh. Okay, go back to the top. There we go. All right. Attack power is really high. Health is really high. Critical rate is really high. Defense is, I mean, I think 2000's good. All right, your defense really, really needs some help. Okay. So charging critical. I'm going to give that to you. Okay, charging critical. Do you have that equipped? Because you should have that equipped with 91%. Okay, let's go and find it. That's going to be more valuable on you. I do kind of want to set somebody up for that auto death setup. Okay, let's just look at the low cost stuff here. Okay, the last stand stuff is probably what we're going to be setting somebody up for their solo stuff. All right, I shouldn't even be doing this. Let's just make sure that our equipment is set up the way it needs to be. Okay, so you've got roulette. You've got Quick Break, and you've got Energy Master. All right. And then you. All right, we gave you Charging Critical. That helped you with your defense. So now you need some help with HP. There, that one will also increase your critical rate, which will go with Charging Critical a little bit. Okay. You know, anti-stun on the person who can heal and whatnot might not be bad. And that also shores up your health and defense, so I'm going to give you anti-stun. Okay. That's a lot of health. Maybe that one will keep. I mean, it's not that good otherwise, but it is pretty good. Okay, we're not going to keep the one on you. 154% critical rate. I wonder if certain enemies can lower your critical rate, so I wonder if there's ever a purpose to have anything over 100%. I'm not sure how that works. Okay, 10% on turn start is not bad. Also gives you a little bit more defense. Honestly, your defense is actually pretty bad. We might need to find something with better defense. And maybe a little bit less health. Yeah, maybe we'll do anti-burn because it gives health and defense there. The thing is that you really do need... Alright, let's also find something for crit then. Because your weapon also relies on crits to do its most effective damage. And yes, the one would do it, but max health reduced to 1. Don't think I want that. Okay, shortcut's not bad. Gets you up to 59. Let's see if there's any... Is there defense and crit ones? Yeah, there are. Like that. So we could sacrifice some health to make sure that the defense is high. We'll lose out on a bit of health for sure. Okay, 7,000 health. You have 10,000 health as our healer. I'm okay with that. You're the lowest at the moment between the ones that we've set up so far. Okay. Now you're gonna keep second chance. So that's already helping with health a little bit. Let's find something for defense. Yeah, we can give you anti-burn probably here. And then... Yeah, I'm not sure what's best here. So defense and health are both relatively high. Your crit rate's relatively high. Now, if we did this, we'd want to shore up your health even more. So I don't think we're going to do an in medias res. Health and defense here. You don't apply shell, though. I'd rather find something that also would be beneficial, you know? Burn duration increased by 2. That could be pretty good. Especially when she needs that. She needs burns in order to get into Virtuos most of the time. Okay. I might just need this one because of the stats. Even though you aren't shelling. Huh. You know what? Let's try and give you recovery. Somebody should have that, you know? Because it's one of the... Is it expensive? It only costs 10. It's not terrible. But still. Okay, so if I give you in medias res, then we need something else that's going to really give you a huge boost to health. That's not enough, man. So let's not do that. Take time tint. A little bit more HP, a little bit more defense. Okay. Alright, so let's try that for what we have equipped. And then soon we'll have to create kind of a Lumina build for somebody. I'm thinking Mael or CL. Alright, so as we were going through the drafts, I was able to get more of the grandiose chroma catalysts, so we did get some more of those, which is nice. Yeah, at some point I'm going to need to decide which weapons I might also want to still kind of level up. you know? For now, I'm gonna leave that stuff, though. I believe that everybody's got a maxed out weapon except for... Oh, except for you, that's right. Yeah, we missed out on quite a bit of damage because of that, but that's okay. We'll get one eventually. The reason why I came here also, not only because it was going to be easy for me to sort of kill the enemies here, I also wanted to come back here because I remember there being a blue pillar that we could get in this area over here to our left. Oh yeah, on our way to level 99, baby. And I mean, there's probably a lot more of those blue pillars, but I specifically remembered this one, so...
Time to strike. Be better.
Okay, was it through here? Yep, it's right there. Okay. Oh, look at that. Now, where is this gonna take us? Oh yeah, there was an item out here that we saw. Forgot about that. Or not? Oh, never mind. I thought there was gonna be an item up here too. Alright, well, I guess that's it. Definitely not something we needed. But that's okay. All right, let's get out of here. We're gonna head back to... Renoir's Drafts.
Full deck. Let us stay. Okay.
Flashing through the sky!
You tell him, Esquier. You tell him. Now, I don't think I've mentioned it, but the reason why I never, run around the world as Minoko here is because of how large he is. He takes up so much of the screen that it's harder to see things, so I've never really liked running around the world as him. I don't think I've ever actively said that. It's just something that I've been doing, but I don't think I ever told anybody, so I wanted to mention that. All right, so we jump over to the other side, and... right over here, we should be able to get to that merchant, which is the one I'm assuming that people said is a good one for us to fight. God, that's terrifying. All right. So apparently you can get Lumina every time you do this fight too, which I didn't think that Lumina was something you could continually get, but apparently you can. So, all right. Mayel is honestly just one of our hardest hitters. I wonder if we should set it up on her. Okay. So, active. What we want is a lot of these last stands. Want that. I think we want at least the first energizing start. Not sure we need combo attack right now. Okay, so last stand. So anything with solo or last stand in it. Okay, empowering last stand. Okay, something like first offensive might also be good. We could build it for like just a really, really good opener, you know? I think there's a couple things there that might help there. Okay, Immaculate could help as well, possibly. Okay, there's another last stand. Okay, I could have sworn there was something that was like called something solo. Solo fighter. There we go. And I think I might want this too. 25% more damage, but takes 25% more damage. So glass cannon, we're just basically like stacking ourselves. Okay, so we'll try glass cannon too. Alright, so we got a bunch of things that are going to stack our attacks right at the top, you know? Or I guess not right at the top. We didn't take the ones that are only on the first turn, but... Alright, let's see how this does and then see if we need to adjust it.
오케이 원걸 기까까로.
You gotta get jacked. Not very good at dodging that one.
Ready to parry. Ready to go.
All right, well, we at least survived to try.
Flames. Rain.
Nah, we're not powerful enough yet, man. Not by a long shot. That was a lot. Alright, I've gotten decently good at dodging those guys.
Me. On guard. Good. From fire.
Went way too early, as I tend to do with that attack specifically.
Finesse and precision. Let's spill some ink. Flames. Rain.
Why does he have 3 turns right now?
That's better. Get out of this canvas.
Alright, not as fast as I would have wanted, but it's pretty doable. 1400 experience, Color of Lumina, and Grandiose Chroma Catalyst. I mean, because of the Grandiose and the Color of Lumina, this is a good one for us to just do, but that was not a lot of HP. Or XP, I mean. 1.4 XP doesn't get you that far. God damn.
banana sita.
Let's dance. On me. Good. parry. On me. On me. Okay. Time to hit big. That's better. Let's dance. On me.
If you say so.
Time to hit big. On fire. Okay. Yeah. Finesse and precision. Flames, rain. Let's dance.
Oh, looky though.
Yeah, a bunch of recoats you can get from this too.
Oh, bun.
Okay, what else can we do here? Okay, so when we go in here, we can actually go to the offense window and possibly look at some of those too. You know, with enough combo attacks and like boosting your regular attacks and stuff, I bet you could probably do something nice with that too. I wonder if our critical rate's too low. Okay, on full health. full strength could maybe help. As long as we don't get hit. As soon as we get damage, that goes away, but... Alright, maybe Immaculate too. So full strength and Immaculate could probably help us. But once again, we just have to play perfect. Ooh, right there too. So Immaculate, Inverted Affinity, and full strength. I feel like powered attack would work better on like a combo attack build rather than a skill one. We could also try putting roulette on her. The thing is that she doesn't do a lot of attacks, so her low rolls cost us a lot more. I feel like roulette works better on CL because she can do so many attacks and has so many ways to mitigate through damage multipliers, which Virtuos is in fact a damage multiplier, but I think the Foretell stacks are a little bit different. Let's see, Shield Affinity could help as well. Okay, so let me write these down, because I'm going to forget these. Shield Affinity, Immaculate, let's see, Full Strength. And inverted Infinity, right? We're not going to be healing, so Inverted is going to be fine as well. I'm just trying to figure out how we can, like, do this quicker, you know? Okay. Teamwork isn't useful here. Okay, so during these fights, your critical chance should be 100%. So even though you have a low crit, that shouldn't matter. So that's fun. Something to keep in mind. Okay, let's move back to all. And look at all the active. Full strength, inverted. Let's see. Full strength and shield affinity. Full strength needs a full 15. Man, I wish we had, like, multiple loadouts. Because you know that putting her back to a build that isn't just a solo thing is going to be a nightmare. Alright, so Shield Affinity is the other one that we have marked here. Ugh. Okay. There we go. hate that when they get through your shield, they can also do damage to you, so now we won't get the damage from the full health thing.
Ready to parry. Let's dance. Ready to parry. The dance begins. This will hurt.
Tell you what, that attack does work.
On me. On me. Dance begins.
Darn. Man, I don't get how you get to 99 in a decent amount of time. This doesn't actually seem to be the way. I don't know what people are talking about. That's not a lot of experience. Not at this point.
Ready to parry.
Almost went too early.
Okay.
Maybe honestly there's just a fight that we can find in the tower that would be better.
It's sharp. Flames. Rain. Let's dance. Let's dance. On me.
All right,
The dance
if you say so.
begins. This will hurt.
That bitch survived.
Okay.
dobbo nimba kektoro. Eso kido.
All right, so each time you do that, you do get 2 more luminas. That's something. But, I don't know, man. Now... Can't remember, but isn't there one that, like, had something else that would allow us to get into... her virtuo stance? So switch to virtuo stance on a counterattack. Apply 5 burn on a counterattack. And 50% increased counter damage per shield. Okay. Medallum. Start in virtuo stance. In virtuo stance, every burn applied is doubled. Alright, but it only starts you in it. In virtuo stance, burn deals double damage. Yeah, maybe the Jerem is something we could invest in. Yeah, man, that last bit of power can really, really make a difference, can't it? Okay, well, this didn't really get me the experience I was hoping for. I'm wondering if there's something in the tower that would be better. I think those fights might be better. They might take longer, but I wonder if, pound for pound with time, it's gonna be better. I understand why people would like that fight, because it gives you, like, a bunch of luminas. So that is a benefit, but, like, me trying to get to level 99, that's just not gonna cut it. So maybe we need to try and find some fights in the tower that will do that. So yeah, I don't know if that build we're trying out really got us anywhere. I might try and keep some of that stuff on her, but we'll switch out any of the stuff that's for solo fights. And see how that goes. Yeah, getting to 99 might take a minute if, there's nothing here that's gonna really, really give us a lot more experience. Okay. I don't know, that first strike is only useful for that first hit, so I don't know about that one. I might try to keep glass cannon. Okay. Pairing those two together might be decent. 30% increased damage but can't be healed. And then take 50% less damage but can't be healed. So it kind of like mitigates a little bit. So you increase your damage. And then you take less damage with this one. You'd probably want those together, honestly, if you're going to go for it and not be able to be healed. We did have warming up on her before. Okay, combo attack maybe. Alright, I don't know. Okay. Well, maybe we'll just in the next episode. I feel like we didn't really accomplish much there. I was really thinking that we would be able to get more experience from that. By the way, people made it sound online that this would be an easy way to get to 99, but clearly that's just not the amount of experience that people made it out to be. So yeah, we'll go ahead and end here, and in the next episode, we'll continue doing this because these fights are probably going to give us way more experience anyway. So yeah, thank you all for being here. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next one. Have a good one, everybody. Bye. I'd like to give a very special shout out to my patron supporters: Darren York, ZTD, Chris Murphy, JW, Quinless, Bruce Wizzle, Black Mamba 90, Shadow Raven, Anna Kate the Great, Philip Doughty, Timothy Jansen, Skip, Naya, Bean Curry, DWJ Media, Reindeer Cat, Barrettscape, Sanctum, Joshua Jarvis, XX Night Fighter, Ruthal Rajinsky, Clockwork Hour, Vlada 101, and Nadia N. If you would also like to join this tier or any others, check out my memberships or my Patreon in the description down below.